What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Room's Cozy Kitchen. And today we're gonna be making fried pork cutlets with a little bit of applesauce, all right? Very simple. You might say it's hospital food, but I'm like, no. It's crispy, crunchy, sweet, tart, all those flavors combined for something that's awesome. And this too is a gateway recipe, I would say. You learn how to fry a nice crispy cutlet. This can be applicable for pork, chicken, veal, the sky's the limit. And this is what we're working with right here. No crazy contraptions, nothing, just a peeler and your hands and your mind and your eyes. Golden Delicious. These are one of my favorite apples. I also really love Honeycrisp. But I like to peel my apples like this, boom. We're gonna do all that. And while I'm sitting here peeling apples, what are you waiting for? Like and subscribe to Food 52. All right, you see the button down there. If you also wanna see more recipes, you know what to do, go to food52.com too. And now we're gonna split these and take out the core. Between this, get my knife at an angle, cut. Look at that, easy. Growing up, we didn't make our own applesauce growing up. We used to eat a lot of Mott's applesauce. Sometimes it wasn't Mott's, sometimes it was just literally labeled applesauce. Now we just dice them, like chunks like that, right in half. We'll throw them in this pot. And that's it. This is all gonna get pureed, so you don't really have to worry about size too much.
That's what she said.
That's my joke. Damn it, Dwight.
Taste your apple too. Now, we got the apples diced up. We're gonna add all the ingredients to it. We're gonna do a little water. And the water for this can definitely be adjusted as needed. If you wanna, some people like the applesauce a little bit more on the drier side. Some people like it really saucy. I like it kinda in the middle, you know? I just added some sugar to it, a little bit of salt, kosher, balance that out. And then we're gonna zest and give the juice of 1 lemon. And then we're just gonna toss this, get it all mixed up. I'm gonna put a lid on this and I'm gonna cook it for about 10 minutes or until the apples are like nice and tender, break down a lot, disintegrate pretty much. So you can make a sauce. And what I was talking about when I say pretty much just like break apart and disintegrate, this is what we're talking about. Like using one finger, it's just like, boop. That's how easy it is to make applesauce, literally. In this same pot, I got a little hand blender and I'm just gonna mix this up. This is a point too where, let's say you didn't feel like you didn't add enough water, you can add some hot water to this to get the consistency right. And that's a beautiful thing. People don't say this a lot, but applesauce is cozy. Cutlets are cozy. You know what I mean? Like I love cold applesauce, a bowl full, and just to be cozy with that. That's my, you know what I mean? People be sleeping on the applesauce. And this is that. Beautiful. Now we're gonna put this in a container, preferably something that's long with a lot of surface area so it can cool down. Because hot applesauce, I'm not a fan of that. I like cold applesauce.
Some people think
People out there think.
applesauce is just for old people or babies. What do you have to say about that?
People who think that, they're false, okay? Applesauce is for middle-aged people, millennials, Gen Z, all that. Yeah, you know what I mean? And for babies and for grown, it's for everybody. It's the people's food. Applesauce is the people's food. And sometimes I give it to my dog, I get a little scoop, unsweetened, and you put it in the dog food, you know? There you go. Applesauce is for everyone. And it's, you know, it's to be enjoyed. Spiced or unspiced, preferably unspiced for me.
What can you do with leftover applesauce?
You can make applesauce cake. You can put it in bread. What I like to do, I've done this before, is you put it in banana bread to help it get a little bit more moist. Apple and banana, you get straight Gerber baby vibes, but it's really good. Some good stuff. Definitely put it into cakes and breads to help it stay moist for sure. Give it to a friend. If you got leftover applesauce, you knock on your neighbor's door and you're like, hey, I made applesauce. They might be like, are you okay? What's going on? So, what I just did is I just split this pork chop open. I busted open, look. You see? So this is what we're gonna do to pound it. When just open it up, butterfly it, I believe is what it's called. You're gonna get yourself this mallet, this hammer, and you're gonna work out some rage. You don't wanna go willy-nilly, because when you hit the meat, it's gonna go in whatever direction you're hitting. You know what I mean? You just don't want it to be all clicking crazy. So I'm gonna start here. It's gonna be loud. Towards the outer ends, flip it. Your neighbors will love you for doing this. And I want this pretty thin. I want it to cook quickly since we're doing like a shallow fry. Something like this. How many inches is that? I don't know. I just beat my meat and this is what we got right here. Boom. So this is what it was. This is what it is. We're gonna hit it with salt and pepper on both sides. And now we're gonna prepare for our dredging station. So we're gonna start with some AP flour, a little bit of egg wash. Egg wash is literally whole eggs with a little bit of water in it. And then we're gonna finish in some panko breadcrumbs. And then we got a nice little resting area. And there you go, you got a little pork cutlet there. Now it's time to start frying the cutlets. This is shallow frying, right? And I'm using olive oil, so you don't want this on full blast. A way to know that the oil is ready is when it heats up, it starts to move quickly. I'm gonna go straight into it. And while we're waiting for this to fry again, like and subscribe to Food 52. And write in the comments, what's up, how was your day? Do you like frying cutlets? I know a lot of y'all do chicken cutlets, but what other cutlets do y'all do? Let me know in the comments down below. We're gonna flip it now. This is the big flip. Beautiful. The thinness of this, 2.5 minutes, 2.5 minutes will be plenty of time for that pork to cook. Pork is the other white meat. That's what they say, I think.
Hey guys, we're popular again.
Yeah, with mashed potatoes.
That is good, I guarantee.
Okay. We're gonna hit it with some kosher stuff. On both sides. And there you have it. A beautiful, crispy, crunchy pork cutlet. We got that applesauce right here to go with it. And we also have a nice little lemon cheek for to squeeze that over your pork, right? Get a little fancy on your friends and family. But look at that, simple. This would go great with a nice green salad. I grew up eating pork chops, you know, center cut, fried, baked pork chops, all that. So this is it here. I'm gonna get into this though. I'm gonna crack it open and see what's going on. You can hear this though. Can you hear this? Yeah. All right, let's see. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take some of that applesauce. We're gonna hit it right on top of there like that. I'm just gonna go for it. Crispy, crunchy, salty, tender, sweet, a little acidic. Apples and pork. If you want more recipes like this, I'm gonna need you to do one thing. I'm gonna need you to like and subscribe to Food 52 and check us out at food52.com, all right? Check out my playlist, the Rome Cozy Kitchen playlist. See what I've been up to. Also, follow me on Instagram, Nappy Fried Chicken. 2 eyes in the fry. Don't forget it. I'm on there living my best life.